So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number one, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number two, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number three, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number four, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him. I'm not going to enable a perfectly grown ass adult because then they get used to that shit. So, no.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
All right, I want to acknowledge that this is a skit and it's rage farming. It's clickbait. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, miss. I don't know what your name is and shit, but like if this was reality and shit, and you were living in my fucking house under my roof, you know, partaking of the things that I bring into the house and the utilities and all that bullshit, and you fixed your face on social media to say these things and whatnot, you know, I would blow up your phone, you know. Like soon as you got through making this and posting this goddamn video, I'll blow up your phone. And I will tell you that, you know, by the time I come home, you should be moved the fuck out and shit. Okay, and we're sorted out from there and shit. And I would tell her that if you try to, you know, get the popo involved and all that bullshit, I will be arriving with a can of gas and a match, and I will burn your ass out of that bitch. Okay? Just joking about that last point and shit, but you know, scorched earth. Like I'm telling you like this, before you even get in my fucking house, you know, at the age I am now and shit, the life experience that I have now and shit, I hear this kind of shit, I laughing my fucking ass off because I know you moved out. Even if you're still there, you're gonna be moved out and shit. I can guarantee you within 72 hours, you will be out of that fucking house. We will be having a divorce and you can take whatever you want out of that shit. I can rebuild. I don't need you or shit. I can rebuild. I can get it from the dirt. I've done it before. I do it again and shit. Kings, I'm telling you and shit. There is no excuse for you to disrespect yourself. But having a woman pull shit like this on social media and try to enact it in real life because some noobs out there, some, you know, female mouth breathers will try to enact this nonsense and shit, okay? Some people, they're gonna believe this is a real fucking video and try to do this shit to their spouse, and they're gonna end up in a domestic situation that'll involve litigation and possible time behind jail, behind bars, okay? I think it's funny. I find her funny, shit. She's not much of a looker and shit. I'm like, okay, I bet she get home. When I come in the house and shit, and close the door behind myself and looks right at you, I bet you when at that time I get home, she's gonna be wearing some lingerie and she gonna have me a sandwich and she gonna be ready for the go action before she hit the 3-point stance, dunking her head in the headboard shit, and then she's still moving out and shit. As a matter of fact, on the way home, because I did formerly love her, I will, and she's a Spanish one, she's a Latina, so a lot of them, they do have a family structure. You can call their parents. I would call her parents up and shit on a group line and shit, and tell them what I just saw and send them the link and tell them that they need to send some cousins or brothers over the house to help her pack up her shit, because I'm not putting up with that crap. I'm not putting up. Tell them they can come get her and we can sort it out later and shit. We can, I'll lie and say I'm gonna do marriage counseling, but once she's out, I'm changing the motherfucking locks and shit. I'm gonna go ghost for like as long as it takes to have her declared insolvent and shit. I'm gonna pull my lease out and make sure her name ain't on nothing in the house. And anything that's in my name that she has on her person, like if I'm paying for her phone, her card note, and all that shit, I'm taking that shit off. And if I'm paying for a card note, if I got papers, if the papers got my name on the card, I'm repossessing that bitch. I'm taking that motherfucking shit, okay? And I'm not gonna take it right away and shit. When I get home, first thing I might do and shit, because you want to be an asshole on social media, I'm gonna pop the hood on that bitch with my auxiliary key. I'm gonna take the battery out of that motherfucker, okay? Or if I'm feeling really, really funny and shit, and then call some of my homies up, and we gonna pop up over there and take all her tires off her shit and stack them in front of the car, in front of the hood. And we're gonna stack that shit. We're gonna stack that shit vertically and put her shit on bricks. Okay? And I might take her steering wheel off too and put it somewhere and tell her to go find that shit like an Easter egg hunt. I'm like, hey, you want your shit back, I gotta get mine, man. Like, what am I getting out of this marriage and shit? Your box and shit? You say you don't want to take care of me? Well, what use are you to me? You're not providing, you're a stay-at-home mom and shit, supposedly. And I can hire a housekeeper for that with alimony I'll get from you. If I make more money and shit and I think you're going to get a better deal than me, I'll just quit my job and get a job at McDonald's. I'll start cooking up fries and move into a room, a single residence occupancy and shit. I can get it from the dirt. That's the point you're trying to make and shit. That there's consequences for their actions and shit. It's time to start breaking feminism and shit. It's starting to start breaking that wheel. Okay? It's time to start breaking this shit. I think it's funny she put 4 things she don't do as a married woman and shit. Those 4 things she don't do as a married woman is the reason why she would be a newly single woman when she get home and shit. Not even playing with her ass and shit. She could tell me, like, I have a small penis or some shit. Shit women do and shit. I'd be like, hey, but I still fuck you. We got motherfucking kids. So, that's your choice that, you made that decision to not be fulfilled and shit. It doesn't matter as long as I get what I want out of the deal. Shit, your fucking body, I don't necessarily need your opinion or your mouth and shit. If you feel this way about me, I thought you loved me, but since you don't, shit, now we have a transactional relationship, and I'm gonna have to get some things up out of you and shit. I know you're not willing to do that, so you're gonna move out. Now I've already notified your parents, and I set up the group chat with all your people and shot this out and said the reason she getting up booted out when I get home. Yeah, she would regret doing that shit. Or she could just, a lot of women have masculine egos and they're gonna admit they're wrong about shit. But, you might have a chance if it's outside of my supposed ethnic community, the black community and shit. Them sisters don't care. They'd rather go down in the Titanic than say they sorry for anything or reflect on anything or change in any fucking way. And since I know that at the age and life experience I have and shit, I decided to get my ass on this platform and dole this information out to the less fortunate of us who don't have that guidance, Maybe you're more fortunate actually. I didn't have that guidance when I was out there. I made a ton of mistakes that I don't want you guys to follow in my fucking footsteps or any of the guys that did stupid shit that like I did back in the day. Yeah, you got control. It's not about control. When I was in any fucking relationship, I never thought about control and shit. Okay, even in my most toxic fucking relationship, I was reactionary and shit to what the person had done to me, and they didn't know that I knew they had done that shit. And I had a bad reaction. There's so much that I actually psychologically blotted out the shit that I knew the chick did behind my back while I was out there grinding and getting shit out the dirt for us and shit. It was a nothing burger. Okay, this chick is a nothing burger. Okay, when she started talking like this, you're married to a fucking ass. She loses her identity. She loses her gender. She becomes another utility in the house and shit for my use. Okay, if she ain't gonna be my, uh, she ain't gonna be my peace leave and shit, then she gotta go. Okay, because she ain't doing shit around the house. Anything she doing is self-serving. Why would I want to grind and do 80 plus hours a week and shit and commute and deal with shit and the problems of dealing with shit outside world and shit, and then come home to an asshole in my house? I gotta look at who want to just be a agent of chaos and no peace up in that bitch and have a haughty, shitty, undeserved attitude and shit. I'm looking at her. She's just, I don't know. She's like a 4 in California, even in her own ethnic community. She's like a 4. She got like an okay face and shit. I don't know what her skills. She might have a mad skill set to be talking shit like that. Or be just married to some simp or some guy that don't know shit. She is the first person he ran up in, and he just hitched his wagon to that shit, much to his detriment. It's time to start being unapologetically masculine. This is a skit, but it serves as a teachable moment and shit for motherfuckers out there that think they want to be that kind of simp and shit. It does not pay in modern times to be, to be the simp that she wants, the simp that she can abuse into perpetuity until you lose your mind and go upside her fucking head and ace yourself out of all your resources and your freedom and your reputation and your mind state and your fucking soul. Yeah, I think it's funny as shit. I think she's funny as shit because I know when I get home after hearing that shit, I'm gonna see her in her best lingerie with all her makeup on and shit. The glasses ain't gonna be on. Her hair gonna be done up, and she gonna be hitting that 3-wheel motion. She gonna be doing some handstands up, and she's still leaving. She is still doing the walk of shame out of this bitch. No matter how many kids we got, no matter how long we've been together, it's a nothing burger. When she don't respect you, then you gotta close the door. You gotta delete her fucking ass. Okay, you gotta delete her ass. You gotta get her out of there. She don't deserve to be in your house under the sharing a roof with you and shit. She ain't paying no bills or doing anything, or even shopping or picking up shit for that I need to do my job, to bring home the shit to keep the house going and all that bullshit. And then she expect my full participation in a sham marriage, a bad faith deal. Get the fuck out of here. Grand Kings. So that being said, here we go. Keep your head on a swivel. Protect your bag, and especially in this case, excuse me. Especially in this case. Tell you what. Don't make fallen women or duplicitous, goofy ass women that make a false rage bait, clickbait tape, looking for clout, even though they already been snapped up in a marriage. Do not make fallen women the stewards of your household and shit. Like, don't give me a check or nothing. Don't give them nothing. Let them get out the dirt. Okay, you gonna share a roof, ain't gonna get the fuck out legally. Then you gonna get out the dirt. I'm gonna turn off all the shit that I have dominance over. Okay? I'm gonna be a jack fucking petty. I could go another 10 minutes, but I won't. Don't make fallen women the stewards of your family, and especially in this goddamn case, even though it's a skit, do not make fallen women the mothers of your children, okay? Especially women like this and shit, with fucking op with a vagina, up in your shit, fucking your shit up, destroying your shit, burning your shit down while you trying to build your shit, okay? The bitch is like emblematic. She's a spiritual. Her spirit element is fire, like the California fires that burn down in California and shit, okay? Do not make fallen women the mothers of your children and shit, okay? Please practice some restraint. Use a goddamn condom and shit. All right, I want you to be safe out there. And I mean that shit. SYSBM equals Save Yourself Black Men.
The Black
All praise to the Most
Patriarchy.
High.
A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.